Angela entered her pastor's office. Unfortunately to her, she saw a big python, filled with blood and red oil. What happened next will leave you speechless. So sit down, call your friends, because this story will teach you a lot of lessons. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're new here, kindly subscribe and join us on this unforgettable story. Let's get into the story. In a quiet village on the edge of Enugu Hills, there lived a young man named Pastor Chukwudi. He was ambitious and longed for power and recognition. He started as a small preacher with just a Bible and a stool under a mango tree. His voice was fiery, but people didn't flock to him. Frustrated by his struggles, Chukwudi traveled to a distant city, where whispers spread about a secret society that could give instant power. One night, he followed an old herbalist into a thick forest. There, he was introduced to a giant python kept in a shrine. The covenant was simple: feed the python with sacrifices, and in return it will grant signs and wonders. Chukwudi agreed. From that night, his life and his ministry changed forever. When he returned to the village, miracles began to happen. A lame man walked after Chukwudi touched him. Women without children conceived after he prayed. He spoke prophecies that came true because the python whispered secrets into his ears at night. Within months, his church became the largest gathering in the region. Thousands came every Sunday. Politicians knelt before him. Market women brought offerings, and villagers declared, "Surely this is a man of God." Pastor Chukwudi was generous. He built a borehole for the community, shared rice and oil during Christmas, and even paid school fees for some children. But behind his generosity was the python's instruction: the more they love you, the more their destinies belong to me. At night, he returned to his office where a hidden chamber was dug beneath the floor. There in a clay pot the python rested. He anointed it with palm oil and goat's blood. Each time the serpent's eyes glowed, and new power flowed into his hands. A young man seeking breakthrough was told to kneel. The pastor laid hands, prayed in tongues, and gave him anointed oil. The man left happy, but in the spirit realm, his destiny was swallowed by the python. A barren woman was told to bring white cloth and eggs. After the ritual, she conceived, but her child was spiritually dedicated to the serpent. Many youths received prophecy about success, but within years they were enslaved in poverty while the church grew richer. Nobody knew that every counseling session was actually a spiritual exchange. Pastor Chukwudi gave freely: bags of rice at Christmas, scholarships for children, boreholes and water for villagers. They adored him. Whenever anyone questioned his power, the crowd shouted, "Touch not the anointed. He is a true man of God." But in secret his office was a chamber of darkness. At midnight he descended into a hidden underground room. There, the python whispered secrets, gave visions, and demanded sacrifices. Angela, a prayerful young woman, kept having dreams of a serpent coiled in her village church. She told her mother, but nobody believed her. "Stop accusing the man of God," her mother warned. Angela fasted and prayed. In her dream again, she heard a voice: "Go and you will see." Angela finally visited for counseling. The ushers smiled and told her to wait, but as she sat, her spirit felt uneasy. Suddenly, she heard hissing behind the pastor's office door. Drawn by divine boldness, she opened it. She froze. A giant python lay stretched across the room, its body glistening with palm oil, its tongue flicking. Around it were blood-stained bowls, red cloth, and charms. Pastor Chukwudi rushed in, his face pale. "Close that door. You don't understand," he shouted. But Angela screamed, and her voice pierced through the compound. Villagers rushed in. Some fainted, some shouted, others ran. Ushers tried to hide the truth, but the evidence was clear. Angela cried, "He is no man of God. He is a servant of the python." The crowd stormed into the office, and for the first time they saw the beast themselves. Panic spread. Women wailed, men trembled. News spread across villages. People abandoned the church. Those who had been counseled began experiencing strange nightmares, realizing their destinies had been tampered with. Pastor Chukwudi was disgraced. The same villagers who once sang his praises now stoned his house. He fled into hiding,
pursued by the very python that once empowered him. The elder closes the tale. Children, not every power comes from God. Some who call themselves pastors are servants of darkness. They give you gifts but take your soul. They pray for you but tie you to chains. For Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Moral of the story: not all that glitters is gold. Miracles, wealth, and fame are not always proof of divine power. Some are rooted in deception and occult practices. Thank you so much for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share what you learned from this story in the comments below. We truly value your feedback. Another powerful and inspiring story will be released in just a few days. So subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to be the first to watch when it drops. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends so the lesson can inspire others as well. Thank you once again for being part of our community, and God bless you richly.